Hello everyone and welcome to Photo Finds. I'm your host Gavin Hatch, and this week we're going to make a visit to SeaWorld Orlando. It was a beautiful day and I couldn't wait to see how the park was handling the spring break crowds. Coming up to the entrance of the park, you couldn't miss this young lady standing on top of a mobile speaker box. She's a performer from the Surprise Squad. And until April 14th, a member from the squad will be in the front of the park greeting guests, answering questions, and directing them where to go to get and retrieve their park admission. As you can see, the line, even at 1 p.m., still had some length to it. They hope that the Surprise Squad will help keep the lines down by directing guests that have print-at-home tickets to go straight to the turnstiles. Going into the park, over near the exit of Manta, you will find this newly added soft serve location. This opened just weeks ago, and you may remember it being a gift shop for Manta-themed merchandise. The shop was converted to sell soda, floats, soft-serve ice cream, as well as freshly made waffle cones to enjoy the ice cream in. If you are paying with a card, you are encouraged to order and pay using these kiosks. It is very easy to use, and the day I was there, a team member was present to assist. Now, I really like how you can watch the waffle cones being made fresh, and it makes the area have a wonderful aroma. Personally, I think it's one of the best smells in the world, and there's nothing better than ice cream to help keep you cool in the Florida heat. Now let's check out the recently refurbished Dolphin Cove. Last month, this area reopened after being closed for some time. For years, guests were able to purchase a tray of fish and feed the dolphins themselves. This was removed when the area reopened. Instead, guests can purchase packages that include touching the dolphins and having their photos taken with them under the supervision of a trainer. Those 10-minute packages, starting at $15 per person, will not include feeding. Each trainer has 2 dolphins to work with, and the trainers will tell you a bit about the specific dolphins that you're interacting with that day. The trainers will teach you several different signals to use to get them to respond. At the end of the session, they bring both of them onto the ledge and you are able to rub them down. I really had a great time watching the interactions with the guests, and I will be looking to do it myself very soon. Now, if you rather get into the water with these guys, there is a Swim with Dolphins program, which also includes feeding at SeaWorld's more exclusive sister park, Discovery Cove, that's right next door. Late last month, Journey to Atlantis opened after being closed as well for some refurbishments. When I was visiting that afternoon, the wait time was over an hour, so I did not get to ride to see if there was any changes made inside the show building, but outside sure does look great. You can see right away the whole building appears to have received some much needed new paint, and taking an even closer look, some of the water features have been fixed. Now, next time you decide to experience Journey to Atlantis, listen closely to the music playing as you make your way to the big drop, as well as the final scene before the very last drop. You will hear the main theme to the 1988 film Beetlejuice. This is something I always found to be so random, but I love it because that's one of my favorite movies. In the comments below, let me know if you've ever noticed that too, and if you think it fits in with the attraction. Not too far away, I wanted to get some shots of the Sealine and Otter Theater, as it's just days away from the premiere of its newest show, Clyde & Seymour's Sealine High. The story will star the popular characters on their last day of high school and trying to gain entry into Sealine University. Clyde will be presented as a math whiz and Seymour as the jock. The show will also include otters, a walrus, and of course, their trainers. The production will take the place of Clyde & Seymour Take Pirate Island, which closed in August and was a long-time guest favorite. This golf cart-like vehicle was parked outside the stadium and looks to match the very bright and colorful set. It also appears to be modified to transport the animal talent during the show. Clyde & Seymour's Sealine High officially opens April 16th. Earlier this year, SeaWorld Orlando announced it would be removing some of the daily entertainment options around the park, one of which was a lure called the Ocean, located inside Nautilus Theater. The theater remains, but you can see the boards that used to provide showtimes is now used as a park map, and on the other side of the theater, the board is used as a directory for the park. In front of the entrance, there have been signs put in place informing guests that the theater is now used for special and seasonal events. Headed over outside Shamu Stadium, we see the 3:30 performance of One Ocean was actually full. I saw the same thing earlier that day happen at the 1:30 performance of Blue Horizons. It was definitely a busy day. Across from Shamu Stadium, construction walls were put in place as the demolition for the Midway Games area has begun. There is no word yet on exactly what is going to be replacing the area, but I am happy to see this. Every time I have come to the park, the midway area has little or no guests playing the games. Crossing the lake to get back to the front of the park, I noticed some changes at the stage at Bayside Stadium that is used for seasonal music events. Bands, Brews, and Barbecue just completed on March 22nd, and Viva La Musica begins April 25th and runs through May 16th, and uses the very same stage for its performances. On my way out, I noticed the dolphin nursery area is closed as it has refurbishments completed. The dolphins from this area have been relocated to Discovery Cove while the work is done. Well, that does it for this edition of Photo Finds. Until next time, get out, have fun, and enjoy the parks.